switch over to the game. And we're gonna go ahead and continue where we left off last time here on Transport Fever. As I try and find a good audio balance for some music. There we go. And we're gonna be looking to continue providing all the towns on the map with a connection to all of its resources. Via trains, vehicles, boats, maybe some planes. We did play some airports just in case. I'm still kind of finishing dinner, so. Here we go. Let's see. Well, let's start looking at our main city. Kind of has the central cargo station and everything. So Herndon, we are providing tools and fuel here. We obviously are not providing enough of either to meet 100%. That's fine. We're at least providing something. I could sit here and spend a lot of time kind of upping the quantity of these things, but I feel like I'd rather hook up all the towns first and then go from there. Hey, Taco Raptor, how's it going? Oh, I'm not having a taco. I'm actually having some teriyaki pork with rice. I've been cooking a whole bunch of Japanese food. Since I'm not going to Japan this year, I might as well at least eat the food. So, that's all I've been doing. Pretty good. How you doing, Dono guy? Alright. So let's start. I think Antioch is the one that we have everything going to. So Antioch is currently satisfied. How about Hollywood? How's that doing? Hollywood has some engineering equipment coming to town, but they're missing some goods. So we need to take some goods from our goods plant up here in Antioch down to Herndon and then bust them over. The city's on the side. We're not using trains to, so. I'm gonna go ahead and call this one, I guess, goods transfer. Hey, Hammer 286, how are you? Happy Friday, John. Good to see you. It's a good Friday. No, that's a plane route, but we'll get rid of that for now. Alright, goods transfer. God, we have so many of these lines now. Alright, so that is going to go ahead. We're going to pick up goods here at the Antioch Exchange. And then drop them off here at Henderson. So we're going to only load. We're not doing any unloading up here. And the reason I'm having to turn these off is because there could be potential things that it's going to try and pick up. And I don't want to pick up too much of that stuff. The game is quite on par with Sea Skylines down on there. The oof agrees. So let's pick up some goods. And then here, we're not doing pretty much any loading. We will unload goods. There we go. So that'll take care of that. Now these oil, I don't think this thing's, well, this thing is getting transported down to here to be shipped up to there at Antioch. So we might as well create a new line. This is good transfer to Antioch. There we go. I still need to come up with better town names, but hey, you know, what we'll do. So we're gonna goods to Antioch. That doesn't make sense. It says we already have a line. Oh, because this is goods to Hollywood. That's why. I was very confused. I'm gonna mod converts from bricks to passengers, mail, food, etc. Tacos, ramen, chicken. I mean, you know, you can just play make believe a little bit. Nothing wrong with that. Good transfer, Antioch. Goods to Antioch. Goods to transfer. I'm gonna put a dash here to symbol that it's going somewhere. Goods. Good transfer to Hollywood. That's where we're going with this. Hollywood. How's the audio balance? Music, I hope it's okay. And I'm coming through just fine. Hopefully you're not hearing me eat too loudly. Just gotta, real good. So let's go ahead and pick up from one of our major terminals here. And we'll bring that up to Hollywood sidings via interstate. And we'll go ahead and buy some vehicles for it. Cargo. Again, we're using some modded vehicles. So we need to find a decent goods truck here. I guess this one might be decent looking. So we'll buy, I don't know. We'll just start with 10 of them. And then we're just going to assign them all to goods to Hollywood. So they'll work their way out from there. And then this, we're going to buy a vehicle. We're going to get a diesel train. Name a town Lothloria. Oh, that's old school. Sure. We'll rename our main town Lothloria. So Lothloria will be the central town. Raptoria, we can go ahead and name the southern city in the plains. There we go. And then, what else can we do up here? I don't know. Just disappointed you're not sharing? Well, look. You can drive over, John. And then you can have some. Well, come on by. Okay. Let's do a train. We were doing a train before I got sidetracked with naming two big towns there. Let's do, it's going to be a diesel. We need 2 engines. And we're going to be carrying cargo, which is going to be goods. So we need boxed cars. And so let's make these look, you know, a little older, a little dirtier. Which will be beautiful. On your way? Alright, I'll keep the door open for you. Just come on inside. And then just say hi to the stream when you arrive. Okay, so we do that. And then, I don't know, how about a couple lighter ones? We can go up to 240 meters in length. Alright, there we go. Good. We'll buy that. We'll get this signed up for goods to transfer. Go ahead and release that. Out here. I don't know how this whole train fits in this whole building, but they do. And you can see here, this is the benefit of having 4 lanes, you know. This train would have stopped 2 otherwise. I mean, it still kind of did, but, you know, not immediately. So it's not holding up the route for long. So it should be. Watch out for the raccoon in the living room. I mean, Ashley will take care of it. If she, oh, you're talking about Jasper. Yeah, Ashley will still take care of that one too. I know what you're doing. I see what's going on. Alright, now. So we need to drastically increase this goods factory, right? Because we're gonna have 2 routes coming off of here. We're not producing enough. I think the good transfer one is gonna have to have its own unique line. The good plastics one, we're gonna have to change these up. So everything's line 1 right now. And this one will be line 2. There we go. Because the incoming cargo kind of gets handled a little bit quicker and processed than the onboarding cargo. So we'll go ahead and switch those up. Hopefully that'll work for us. If need be, we'll add a third line there just for the room. Because we do want extra room. So from here, well, here's our heavy cargo train coming down right now. Just want to see this. Go over this bridge. There's something about trains and bridges, guys. Trains and bridges are the best. Alright. This thing has gotten confused, I think, so we're going to spin her around. Go from there. Alright, so we have a lot of road vehicles that need maintenance or replacement here. So we're gonna go, oh, it's actually our train lines. They're not doing too well. They're a little old. So we're gonna have to replace these. Now, luckily for us, they're gonna be the same. This one is our passenger line. Actually, no, this is our express line, isn't it? Yeah, so let's do electric. We'll grab that at the end. And then we'll replace both of these. Just like that. And then we're going to have to manage these guys next. Select all these, do the quick replace. I'm glad they added a good way to replace vehicles because, you know, let's be honest. There's a different train. Maybe for the commuter one, we'll go with this this variant. Like that. That might be cool. Let's go over to one of these and see what it looks like. What happened to the world? Oh, I'm placing something, that's why. So here's our new commuter. The Express is still the old variant. Honestly, I kind of like this one more, so I might even just change the Express line too. Commuter hardly knew her. It hurts. You're such a dad without being a dad. You're the father of us all, Raptor. I like the hot swap, but I did like the realistic aspect of them going back to the station to get those, you know, upgraded parts. I'm gonna add some new lights here. Something like that. our express train just got held up by the commuter train. In fact, let's go ahead and replace the express ones. Let's just replace them too. Just make everything match. There we go. They're about 4 miles an hour shorter. But, you know what? I think they'll function a little bit better. Anyways. Alright. So that's looking good. Let's, keep looking at ways to increase the steel and plastic that is coming up there. The plastic is drastically increased production. Kind of slacking on the transfer of them. I mean, we're trying to get these Michelin tires out, guys. Let's see here. Wow, look at all the stuff we have on the interstate. Truck after truck after truck. What else do we got here? So we got 2 freight trains. They need maintained. In fact, let's take a look at them first, just so we can see what they look like all rustied up. So our lumber train is put in Jurassic Plastic Co. Nice. So you can see that these trains have put in some hours for us. They're very old. The plastic factory built in City Skylines. That was a great build. You know, though, I really think my overly detailed Minowar Assault Squad 2 train station was far superior. What's this thing doing? We need more shipments going. We're not shipping 100% of this, but if I got 2 trains, it wouldn't do it for us. Supplying tires for the new plastic factory trucks. Yeah, we are. You know, that's called maintenance. Very important step. Ugh. Our production for this is so bad. Do I need a second set of trains to pull cargo up north? I don't know. I don't think I should, but maybe. I think I just need to get more steel and plastic and oil here first. You could literally build the same map across three games. Yeah. I mean, just picture this, okay? Picture this as its own Minimum or Assault Squad 2 map. Obviously, there'd be more details and stuff, but like giant cargo station, and then, you know, maybe fight across a bridge in a harbor area, and then maybe downtown. You know, maybe even a factory area. You know, and that's every video game ever made. Right there. There, I just made every video game. No one has to think about it anymore. Let's keep replacing some bad vehicles though. Now, I kind of wish the replacement... Like, I kind of wish I could just say, hey, replace with the same vehicle. Right? No, I don't want to sell them. I guess I can copy them. And then sell the old ones? Something like that. I think that would work. It's a quick way to do it. They're on the same line and everything. Last one would be this bad boy, so we'll copy it. Now, is this one currently hauling anything? It is not. Or this one. This one is, but you know what? We don't care about money here. Not here. At least. Alright, if I look now, condition, we're pretty much good. Good and above on trains. We're very bad on a whole bunch of road vehicles. Oh my god. Why am I such a bad streamer? Mediocre channel. Alright, let's fix this. Replace passenger. Okay. Replace these. Like, I feel like replacing a single vehicle type is so much easier than those trains, because my trains are, you know, I have a whole bunch of custom colors and stuff for the cargo. But these buses I didn't bother color coding, so maybe a little bit easier. Okay, grab these guys, and this will just help overall productivity. These. Some more buses. Like, the nice thing about OpenTTD was the fact that, like, I could code it and be like, hey, at a certain condition, automatically replace vehicles. I don't think you can do that here. I could be wrong. There could be a setting for it. I might have to look to see. I'm going to replace these shell ones with a new shell vehicle. And then we're going to go ahead and replace these two. Good. Alright. Then we have a whole bunch of stuff. Like, how many hours have we, like, sped up to where all these are going bad at the same time? It's pretty impressive. We just need to replace these. Unmarked containers. There we go, and everything is mediocre and above, just like me. Got it. Nailed it. 10 out of 10. Anyways, how was everyone's weeks going? I hope you all had a good week. Hope you all are excited for the weekend. I'm pretty excited. I'm going to be doing this today, and then I might do another stream tomorrow as well. I feel like I need to get some new Michelin tire trucks. Like 5 more. Get these big boys out here. We got tires to move, guys. Very important stuff. So now we got some decent amount of plastic, some steel waiting. That's fine. And then over here, so this takes refined oil. We're not meeting the shipping requirements to level this thing up, which means we need to ship this to a second location. So the next location that would take plastic, if I click on this, is over here, just south of Temp. I need to ship steel and plastic here for goods. Now, not because I really want to use this factory, but, well, I could, right? In theory, I could. Because I could bus the goods back up to Henderson, or Lothaloria, I guess, at this point, and then over to Hollywood, and then also take some extra goods up to Antioch. But not only that, but there's probably some towns down south that require goods too. Actually, no. It's just those two towns. Hollywood and Antioch. I think, let's just make sure, right? Because I can click on this and say consumers. Yeah, that might be a good thing to do. So we're gonna, like I said, the side towns we're not using trains for, freight-wise. We're shipping freight north-south, but not really east-west. So let's get a cargo supply out to here then. So we need to pick up oil from here, get on the interstate, and start heading north. So let's make a new line. Oil, goods, north. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and pick up oil here, and then build a truck stop out here. I also connect this thing up to the freeway. So let's get a building. Doesn't have to be super fancy. We can just do something like that. Get some roads. Let's do this. There we go. Something like that. Goods north. Gonna add a station. Just like that. Ooh, they don't even want to take the interstate because they could take this country road. Now, granted, kind of don't know if I want them to. I built this interstate for them to use it, after all. So I might say no. I might. Maybe if I make it an actual country road the whole way, right? Like this. Maybe they'll think it's slower and not use it, right? So now let's see. No, they still want to use it because no matter what, coming this way and over is slower than at this diagonal line. It's a tough one. Because I really don't want them to use it. What if it just doesn't connect anymore? You know? Yeah, see, now they use it just fine. I was really worried that they would just go across the grass. You know, if they were just going to be that stubborn. Now this, though, I do want to hook up because I do want to feel like this road goes somewhere. In a way. That, grab that. And then just increase this until we get a bridge. There we go. Okay, good. Good. So we can get... Actually, it's gonna have to go from Hollywood to here. Oh, damn. Alright. So this is actually plastic. Good, north. Upper Henderson. So we're getting rid of that, and we'll add that. Yeah, that's a real far little route there. Now, I could just pick it up here instead. And say, hey, go here and pick up our plastic. It'd probably work. And then bring that back down to here. I think that's better, right? Because that way they don't have to make the full drive. Because Hollywood is already providing this cargo thing. Will I ever play Planco again? I don't know. Probably at the moment. I don't really want to. I won't say never, but don't know. Let's see. Use a different one. So this is all. Use this this red truck. I think that'd be cool. I think these are French. So we'll do 10 trucks. Going to. Plastic Good North. Alright, good. And that's going to upgrade this factory. Which is really what I want. Get this up to level 2. Just like that. Boom. Because if this thing gets, you know, more production, we can get more up to both of these factories, get more goods, more money, more everything, and happy-go-lucky times. It's actually full, no? Don't tell me I bought a truck that can't carry plastic. Don't tell me I bought a truck that can't carry plastic. No, it can carry plastic just fine. Why are you not? Okay, they just didn't have anything in there. Yes, the Red Army. Norbert Dent Resango. Right? Yeah? I'm impressed with my language skills too. Alright, let's speed up time and watch this thing evolve real quick. That'll be good for us. How many more months do we have to do this at? Doesn't really say. I'm surprised. It used to. Come on. You can get there. Just level up, man. Alright, we're providing more. Good. Oh, there it goes. So it leveled up. I think these buildings became new. So that's pretty cool. Alright. So we're getting a lot more production out of this facility, which is great. Dang. So what's the target population now of La Floria? 1526. Oh, good. I'm glad that I want the high rises to come closer this way, towards the big train station. Good. I'm excited about that. More of that, please. All right. So we are going to have. Actually, they're picking up directly at Hollywood North. I want them to pick it up at Henderson. Kind of like that. There we go. Because we already have trucks taking it. Holy shit, we are turning a profit. We're doing it. We're being a success. The American dream. It's alive and well. So let's see. Do I have more Michelin trucks coming in? I do not. We need a few more. Let's just get 4 more. Get them in here. This place is so busy now. It's totally different than what it was. Alright, so that's good. This place could be producing more. Well, it's already producing basically max. This place could definitely be producing more. Like a lot more. I mean, at the moment, we really only have 1 coal and 1 iron field supplying all that stuff. I could pick up more iron from over here and bring it to the docks. Could bring up some coal from here too. That might be a good idea. And coal 1 already has a connection to get over here. The one that doesn't is the iron. But that's fine. We can kind of think this through for a second. Think about how we're going to do this. I could just simply tunnel underneath here and then connect it underneath all these. That might be the easiest solutions. Oh god. Oh god. This game sure does not like to do that. Let's flatten out this train a bit. Make this a whole bunch smoother first. So we actually get a little bit more of a transition. In fact, let's just bump this up. Let's do something like that. Smooth all this out. There we go. A bit more of a gentle slope, but should give us hopefully a little bit more road to work with when we do this. Okay. Then we'll just delete this right here. Upgrade this kind of Riverside Road. Be a bit of a better speed limit. Even upgrade this one going across through here. To be a better speed limit. That'll be good. There we go. Get rid of the old historical road, it's not needed. Some quality spaghetti in this interchange. Well, yeah, you know. It's gotta be ridiculous. You know, I am not a big fan of the music playing. Let's try this again. Alright. So, let's do a building. Just right here at the end. Okay, autosave is happening. Alright. Another freight station over here. Something like that. I may create... Now, does this thing have 2 docks it can use for large ships? It does, so we can double load. Because we're about to double the amount of boats that we send. Let's just make sure the main dock can accept that too. It can, so it can accept 2 large ships at the same time. So I think that's what we're gonna do. Get a lot more boats on this water, and a lot more vehicles moving around, so let's get that right now. Again, I am extremely partial to using these trucks for this because I just want to see the items in the vehicle itself. Because I just think that looks cooler than putting everything into a Peterbilt. Okay, so this is coal. Coal transfer north. New line. Gonna do this one for to here. Did I get the? I grabbed the water one. That's the issue there. Okay, this is iron transfer north. There we go. Looking good. Now we're gonna make a new line from McKinney. Down to here again. We need to use station 5 for large boats. And over here we need to use station 4 for large vessels. Now this, Iron coal boat. Okay. Iron coal boat 2. Alright, got the line hooked up over there. And now we just need to throw some vehicles on it. So, let's say 10 and 10. So let's first off look at these guys. I think it's split 50-50, so that's what I want. So we're gonna go ahead and buy vehicles. We're gonna get an open top. I'm gonna get 10 of these. This is gonna go iron transfer north. I'm gonna get 10 more of these. This is gonna go coal transfer north. I'm gonna go ahead and get some vehicles for the water. And this one, we're gonna go ahead and get this one and go iron coal boat 2. Just like that. Now that should immediately kick on refactories, which it does. Great. That's what I wanted. A lot of trucks going on over here. We'll see how all this thing handles it. If it can't handle this much traffic, then I might have to add a third or a fourth station here for these trucks. But I might have to just wait for it to shake all the way through before I make that decision. I'm not 100% positive. I simply just don't know how I want to handle that yet. But these guys are loading, which is great. Very interesting kind of setup they have in this mine. There's some big ores for so shallow. This is just a little ridiculous, but that's fine. Alright, there might be shaking out here. So let's get this one. Manage vehicles. We'll copy. Yes. So we're having an okay flow. Maybe a little bit. Wild Terra 2. Seems like a game you may have known about, or the original. I have not. Let me see. Wild Terra 2. Battlefield medieval war controlled by players that want to inhabit territory, conquer new continents, and new seasons. MMORPG, fully electrical. So it's an MMO that you kind of craft and collect. Open PvP, claiming land. Okay, looks neat. I'd have to see what the gameplay looks like though. Those type of games, like, I love the concept of them, but usually the execution isn't very good. Because it's really hard. That is like the hardest game to get right. Is player-owned territory and in-game that's based around that. I think really the only successful game that does that, in my opinion, is EVE Online. But that's because that's not all you can do. And EVE Online is big enough to do, you know, just pure PvE if you want to, and you don't have to participate in the land grab, but As soon as the land grab is pretty much the whole game, then kind of goes a little south. Thought it was like Black Desert? Nope, not even close. Because Black Desert has, you know, in terms of gameplay, is totally different. That one might have similar qualities like Black Desert has, such as like an economy or potentially claiming land, but that's a conceptual similarity rather than a gameplay similarity, like an actual like how do you move, how do you swing your weapon. This game looks more like top down, almost like Ultima Online. And it looks like there might be some sort of survival kick to it, which I would appreciate, probably. Alright, I think this thing has essentially evened out. Which is good. I might have to double these. Because it is a bit of a jaunt. There we go. Honestly, if that's the case, I'm gonna go ahead and preemptively just make this thing bigger. Cargo. Something like that. Okay, got those. Alright, and I need to upgrade these to one-ways. And now we need to configure these a bit. So, Terminal 1. Terminal 2, Terminal 3, Terminal 4, something like that. Alright, now let's see how the movement is. They kind of come in from the same direction still, so it's going to create the same issue. The bottleneck being here and here, but they will at least divide up, I think, in the middle. A little bit better. So that should help flow. Let's just copy another boat, because I don't think they're loading anything on this dock right now, because not enough boats are coming to it. Okay, where's that spawning? Is that spawning all the way back here? Is this... Yes, it is. Why? Can you nat? Let's Let's try this again. Actually, here. Let's just do it the easy way. So this one has 11. This one has 1, 2, 3. It should be up to 22. So. There you go. Now we got enough. What are they complaining about here? I think they're just almost full. So that's fine. Come on, let's get some boats through here. Come on. Let's go. Let's get that. Let's go over here. Figure out what's going on at the steel mill. Got a bunch of steel waiting. Why is wood coming here? Wood shouldn't be coming here at all. Please hold. Steel to transfer. Manage the line. No loading. Henderson transfer, please. Because you just shouldn't be carrying around logs. Why are you carrying around logs? I don't know. Steel to transfer, that's fine. Steel to machinery. This one, we're going to manage this one and say Upper Henderson, no unloading. Because steel to machinery, I think it takes wood. Wood crate for steel bars. I wish it would be that cool of a system. But alas, no. It is not. It is not that. Oof. The skyline keeps changing every time I look at it. Let's see. What's this? What's the cab of this one look like? Probably not very good. Yeah. He's driving this with a wheel. Why? Would have been it okay, whatever. You know, I'm glad McKinney exists because the interiors of theirs are just so much better. Like, honestly, guys. I don't know what their plan is with that. I would almost rather Nat see the interior than it be so bad. Oh well. Just deal with it, breathe. Yes, very luxurious interiors, you know, very minimalistic style. Alright, who's losing the most? The goods transfer one, I'm not really surprised. We're not really making a whole bunch of goods. Commuter line, express line, not doing great right now. Well, that's just two of the trains. A whole bunch of our new boats really aren't doing anything. A lot of our new vehicles are kind of in the negative, but a lot of our new vehicles are good too. You look at this commuter line making 11 million. If I were to just look at our finances, road is making almost double of railroad. Pretty impressive. Ooh, is this a whole bunch of plastic? It's gonna go to our goods center? I think it is. I'm happy this place is working. I was very worried about the logistics of this, but it seems like it's flowing, you know? Obviously it could be better. Like for example, I could probably make a bypass out here to skip a couple. Or at least skip the middle one maybe. I mean, we could try that real quick, just as a quick little experiment. You know, like, can I even get this to clip? I can. Obviously, it doesn't really like to. And then I'll get it to clip here as well. And we'll just, you know, do like a bit of an offshoot. Like that. Now, I don't know if anyone's gonna take it. Oh, they do! Oh. Okay, that's kind of funny looking when they like just accelerate out of there. I'm gonna use a bit of a slower road, because that looks a little jank. How about that? I mean, it's definitely faster still. You know? It's easily twice as fast as going through the middle there. So I'm going to consider this an improvement. I would just like it if it would match the rest of the roadway. It's really all I want about it. Is that better? I think that's a bit better. Add some lines to it, just a little quicker. Alright, good. Picking up some goods there. Alright, plastic that's making it down here. Is plastic actually coming down here? It is. That's good. Are we transporting goods? It says we are, but technically we aren't. Oh, well, these are actually taking them back too. That's kind of useful. You know? Okay, that's fine. We can use the same trucks that do that. How is steel getting here? We haven't set up the steel line yet, so let's just do that. Alright, so new line, steel, transfer to goods north. Not really using, let's do this one. That's fine. Let's get some side ones. We get 10 of these. Still transfer good north. That way, you know, we can still use kind of the same amount of trucks, hopefully doing the steel run over to here. That's steel to machinery. This is steel to transfer. You know, I think I need to like double these. So we have a whole bunch of iron and coal to move into town. Get that stuff shaked out. Alright, boats making their way down south. Looking good. So plastic's definitely fine. Steel is the tough one. Is Antioch gonna keep growing that? Really? Until we get some more goods in here. We got plenty of brick arriving. Basically nothing else. We need to get bread made. We need to get brick down to Roseville. We need to get a freight line down to this McKinney giant transfer that we have going on here. Because what I wouldn't mind doing is extend this, make this look very similar to our kind of southern transfer. It is on the opposite side of the river, so that'll be interesting on how to get that to work. And this whole thing needs a major rework in a sense that, you know, I need to put the train line in the middle because this is gonna interfere with the train line and the train line will interfere with that. So that'll be a whole different chapter. Nope. We got a ship going up on the beach. How does the interior look on these things? I haven't really rode on a ship before in the new game. Guys, you're supposed to be like standing. Not just sitting on the floor. Anything in here? Oh god. This is scary. Everything about this model is scary. Stop! They're just being Tokyo Drift over here in the ocean. Like, what are they doing? What kind of maneuver is this? Why? I'm gonna check the water path and see if they don't know how to do a smooth turn. So this is what's going on. Basically, they're trying to make a lane. They're like, hey, during here, we're gonna go on the left. Technically better than the trains. In a way, it's about a 5% improvement, you know? They literally could have just stuck crayon art and it would be better than the trains. Okay, yeah, we're starting to get traffic now. And why aren't they taking this road? The wiggle maneuver. I mean, that's definitely what they're doing over here. Or pretty much anywhere where they have to turn like this. This is another wiggle maneuver. You know, Tokyo Drift style. Oh God, it looks so bad. What kind of animation is that? Oh, wait for it. Whoop, whoop, whoop. Wiggle, wiggle. Like, this is like perfectly smooth, but they're changing lanes, it just don't work. Ugh. I'm being too negative. Being too negative. Steel is like the biggest thing here. We're not getting any of it. Like, it's all going to Antioch, which is fine. I mean, it needs to get up here too. You know. Does this thing level up? Since when? I mean, plastic is fine. We need to get another steel mill up and going, I think. There's one right there, but I don't want to use that one. This one is far more strategically placed. I mean, we can get this coal mine, because we're only transporting half of it. Hey, Michal, how are you? And these 3 mines to this steel mill. Then ship that steel probably over here and boat it down. I mean, would that work? Kind of boat carry steel. I guess the same fucking one. Not surprised. Alright. I want to do it by train though. I need more train. Alright. This is gonna hurt, but we're gonna go ahead and do it anyways. Come on. Let's get road real quick, just laid out here. So when I delete this, they will follow right onto there. There we go. And now I can get a train station in here for cargo. 240. It's going to be a 4. Cargo thing, kind of like that. I had to leave enough room for a little road to connect these two. Okay. Here I'm going to delete that road. That's fine. One of the few that streamed Transport Fever 2. Huh. I think it's a pretty popular game. I'm kind of surprised that there aren't more people playing it. There's plenty of videos on it. But streams are a little harder probably, just simply because, you know, it's a bit of a time-consuming game. So let's do something like this. Hey Sean, how are you? Raptor has a schedule, and you're gonna have to check his description to see his schedule. Look, he's professional. I can't, you know. Okay, so we got that. That's fine. Okay, let's get a little bit of a road here, just like this. Or closer, as close as possible, right? And then configure this and get a street connection. Like that. Okay, good. They're all connected just like that. I know, but he's not playing TF2 that much. Yeah. I mean, yeah, it's hard. You've watched 95% of the TF2 videos in English and a series in German. Oh, wow. You really like TF2. Nice. Let's do this. Configure this one. We're gonna get rid of. Come on. There we go. Nope. Wrong one. We're gonna go that way. All right. This one. We're gonna configure this. It's gonna be an exit and an entrance. Boom. And get a street. Alright, okay, compared with TF1, 2 looks so much better. Yep. It also runs a little bit better. I'm excited for a lot more mods too when they come out. Specifically, like, you know, curved stations and stuff. But all right, let's get this to here. Can I fit this inside this factory? Oh, I can. Good. Thank goodness. All right. Something like this. Up to here. There we go. So from here, we'll do a switch and a switch in the middle to get full kind of track access there. Good. And load. All right, perfect. Then we need to get about a triangle length of space here before we think about merging it all together, which you can probably do about here. Give it a little bit of a run up. And boom. This one, a little bit of space. Though we need to start going kind of up with it. Okay. So we'll go like that. It'd be nice if I streamed in 1080. I think, what do I stream in? Did I stream in, what, 720? Let's see. I am a little surprised that it's not doing 1080 right now. I'd have to restart my stream to change it, but that's something I can maybe do in the future. Let's do something like this. Go straight across. And Straighten that out. There we go. Let's just assume the freight line just keeps going off the map here. There we go. Now this, I might continue up to this farm. And maybe to here before crossing back over onto the right side. And then reconnecting up to the main line. So we can do that. Let's go up by these trees and then do a slight curve here. I do this in small segments just so that kind of matches the terrain as much as possible. And let's do 70 through here. And then we just go straight into these trees. And then we gotta go left. I don't think I can maintain a 70 turn here, so this might be 55. I think that's fine. Then we go straight through here. No, we didn't get that quite right. Let's do something like this. So. And straight across. Say up to here. Looks fine. Then we have to do another turn. I get 60 miles an hour out of this one. Just trying to lower the middle of that fend a bit. Okay. And then let's try for 75-degree turn, 75 mile an hour. I say degree, but only reason I do that is because kind of in my head, I'm in that turn mindset. Let's cut away the hillside. Go straight. Look up to here. Smooth this a bit. How do I want to do this? We go underneath that bridge. That's fine. Okay. Nice smooth arc, and then boom, bridge. Like that. Keep it nice and low. And then we'll try for a 70-mile-an-hour turn. Out. A little bit like a spline. Just a boop, kind of quick change of trajectory, and then over here to the coast. Okay, that looks fine. Does this make sense? Do you guys think this is gonna work? I think that's gonna work. I definitely think that's gonna work. This whole layout. Let's configure this. I'm gonna add a building here, just in hopes that we can get a street connection there. Maybe a large building out here, right? That way everything gets kind of connected in a way. So many boats coming into dock. So let's go straight for a bit. And for that autosave. And then slight turn so we can dodge the mine. All right. Now I'm gonna try something. Sometimes this doesn't work, and sometimes I really hate the looks of it, but we're gonna try and connect two long pieces nice and smoothly together here. That we can do a tunnel underneath. I think I'm okay with that. And through here looks decent enough. I can just smooth this out. What am I colliding with? I shouldn't be colliding with anything. There we go. I think that functions. That'll look real cool. See if I can't get a train depot tucked in here. Like that. And then merge going this way. And then merge going here. And then here. We can keep it like that. Well, actually, let's just get rid of this middle connection. Just do a across two here. Kind of like that. I think that looks better. This could be a bit, you know, closer for a bit longer. And then break out. Alright. So the biggest thing to remember about this is it's like that. We have two tracks going the same direction, and then they merge to where they need to go in that whole junction there. And then they switch to just dual track up ahead, and then boom. There you go. So that should function. Should is the key word. There. Alright. Let's manage this line a little bit. So we're going to add a station. Boom. And boom. Okay. That'll work just fine. The next one is this coal transfer. We're going to manage the line here. I'm gonna add a station to here. Okay, and then the iron transfer. I'm just gonna do that. Okay. And that should function, right? That should regrow. Look at... We're gonna get a couple vehicles just spawning there. So this should work. Let's see if this actually makes it all the way over to the boat. If it doesn't, then I'm gonna have to mess with this a bit. So all these are empty right now. That's fine. Okay, it's nat fine. The reason I know this isn't working is just simply because there's nothing being produced, so it doesn't think it's connected. I can fix that by doing a bit of like a maintenance road thing. I think. Just kind of do that. Hook these up. Hook that up. And flip this around. Okay, so these two are hooked up now. So let's see. Are we producing anything yet? That out of here. Okay, so we got some iron being produced. So that means this one can't be using the dock. So we're gonna have to take the iron transfer north. We're gonna have to manage the line and get rid of both of these. Add this over here. And here. And that should fix it. Keyword is should. It may not. Oh, okay, so that's producing coal. You producing anything here yet? No. Okay. Well, that just might take a little while. I'm not 100% sure. You know what? I bet because we got rid of that road, this isn't even connected anymore. There we go. Fixed it. It's a done deal. Okay, so we should have stuff reaching the dock now. Again. Whew. Alright, that was a little stressful. Got it working. Stressful laying out lines. Surprised at that. I mean, really, because we have the rail line connecting up here, we don't even really have to use the boats to ship all this stuff. But, you know, it's already set up. It's already working. So, I'm not going to worry about it, I don't think. Because what I'm going to do is hook this up to make steel here. And then throw this on a boat. Or not on a boat, on a train. And take that just legit straight up to this goods factory up here. And see, like that's the full map. I want to see what that train can make. So, a lot needs to happen here in the little town of McKinney. Do I take these 5 locations and pull it into a depot, and from that single depot, take it to the steel mill? Or do I just take everything individually to the steel mill and say, fuck it, there's just going to be a lot of traffic? I have no idea. Let's lock some of these just so this whole way into town doesn't get broken. Now, the McKinney iron ore mine and the coal mine over here, I want this to try and avoid the town. So it might be a good idea to have everything flow kind of this way to the edge and down and around. Yeah, screw it. I'll just put everything in the town for now. Let's see here. We just need 1 platform for this. No sense doing anything super special. Build a bypass? I could. And that might be an upgrade we have to do later, to be honest. I have a feeling this decision is going to come back and haunt me a bit, but I think it's an important decision to do here. I think it'll work. For now. You know, McKinney really isn't growing yet. So we got some time to tweak some of this stuff. Okay, so this one, we're gonna do one on each side. And we will configure this to have an entrance and an exit through the middle, just like that. Get some streets here. Okay. Now I could make a single line that's just like boom to 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 boom. This be easier to maintain than 5 lines. New line. Steel production. Let's just do that. So we're gonna start there. We're gonna hit this one. We're gonna come back to this one. We're gonna hit that one. We're gonna come back to here. Then we're gonna go here. And then back to here. And then here. It's quite the route, but it should work. So we're all going to use the terminal 1 for the drop off. Actually, no, we're all going to use terminal 2 because that way it's just an in and an out. Just in, out, in, out, in, out, in, out. Right? Keep the flow really high. The pickup can do the turnaround because the pickup will happen probably a little less frequently than the input. All right, buy vehicles. We're gonna need 50 of these. Probably. But I'll start with 25 now. And we'll go from there. We're gonna see what the spacing kind of becomes and then adjust. So while that's kind of getting straightened out, we're doing the steel north transfer. So we're gonna pick up here, come down here, and we're gonna use the 3rd station for the drop off point here, so we don't have to do a loop. And the first, we don't interact with the first one really. That'll be good. Look at this. Look at how well this is flowing. That's real good. All right, I'm going to need... How's this route going? It's gonna go this way. I don't think it's gonna use the interstate. Nope. Not sure how that's gonna shake out, but we'll see. Hopefully this works. Hopefully this works. It may not work, and I may not get any sort of surprise because of it, but I'm gonna speed up time. Let this thing kind of work through its process. So what's this? The first load of coal coming in here? So yeah, it's gonna be it's gonna be 25 trucks per station. Oh my god, alright, hold on. Manage vehicle. So these, we're gonna double, triple these trucks. Because eventually, you know, they're gonna get spread out because the travel distance. It's just gonna take a while. Until then, we'll go ahead, buy probably 20 of these flatbed with side stakes, and assign that to steel north transfer. And then from there, we're just gonna go ahead and buy a train, a new freight train. And the cargo, it's gonna be for steel, so let's color it, you know, a bit here. Okay, what are we at? 213, so I can fit like that many, and then this is going to be, I don't think I set the train line for this yet. Nope. All right, new line. This is north transfer, south goods. We're gonna pick up here at McKinney Annex, go all the way through here up to here, all the way up to Antioch. Because they're still not getting enough steel at all. So we'll come back across. This, and eventually I'll need 2 of these trains just because of distance more so than anything. How's this thing going? Is this guy fully loaded? Not quite. Please getting there. Money. We have spent so much money on just all these road vehicles here. Okay. Okay, We might not get a traffic jam, but we probably will get a traffic jam here. Why are we storing stuff? Come on, weasel through. Gotta get through this traffic jam before anything else, I think. Okay, I'll make the platforms longer. I'll do that. So something like what? This? Just so they have like lineup room, essentially. See, what are they doing? They're not dropping anything off, and I don't know why. No loading, no loading. No loading here. Only loading at pickup points. Why aren't they dropping it off, guys? Do we know? Like, so they're probably trying to treat this thing as a transfer when that's not the point of it. So I'm hoping after the first loop it might correct itself. It might not correct itself ever. I don't know. I don't know what it's trying to do here. Oh, there goes the express line. All the way through. These guys are definitely getting traffic now. Lots of it. Tell you what, we're gonna manage this line real quick. Manage these vehicles. I'm gonna just start all over on this one. There we go. Alright, try this again. Buy vehicles. We're gonna buy some of these. We're gonna buy them in sets of 10 instead of that many, right? So we're gonna North Steel Production. Please begin. Okay. In fact, I'm gonna come over here and make these platforms even longer, just for future proofing. That'd be a good idea. Kind of plop these out, you know? I think that'll work. Let's check our vehicles here. Need some new BP tankers. Is there really not a way to just mass replace all vehicles? I find that so hard to believe. Okay, it is. Check the rates on those probably too many trucks. Yeah, I mean, yeah. Talking about like the rates over here. I've gotten a good rating across the board there. There's a street traffic over here looking. Definitely congested through here. Luckily, I made a bus lane. So I'm gonna widen this road real quick. It apparently needs it. So let's do one of these with a bus lane. And we'll just do that. See how much that helps? It may not help really at all. Interesting with the lifted station. Yeah. I really like the elevated train stations. You know, when I went to Japan for 2 weeks, you know, and being able to walk under a lot of the train tracks in the cities, I figured it was a really good design. So that's kind of what I'm doing actually with all my towns that have a station. So like even, you know, this station over here, this one's lifted too. It helps with not interfering with the roadways down below. So kind of allowing for more junctions to go across. McKinney's is lifted. It does make it harder to connect them to things in this game, but overall, I think it's a bonus. You know, you can kind of run up a bus station too. To it. You get this look to them. I like it. We're getting there. Alright, are we producing steel? Are we doing it yet? Alright, let's manage these vehicles. We're gonna go ahead and copy them. If a factory is producing 400, you should be able to transport 410 or so. So I'm getting like 66% on a lot of these. However, a lot of them do like to kind of sit here and station a little bit, so I'm not really super surprised since we're using boats here. Because it takes so long for it to get up there, it kind of affects the rating. But in general, let's see what's a good one nearby. This steel factory, we're transporting 80%. The only problem with that is it doesn't really have a good supply line of constant goods. I mean, it has a constant supply line of goods. It's just not enough. This one's doing okay. About 99% transported. We have a traffic jam over here, apparently, so let's do the same thing and just make these longer, right? And also get this to be one way. Let's see here. The drop off should always kind of match, I would have thought. There we go. That should help that one a little bit. This one's a level 4. Plastics factory. It's making so many Michelin tires, it doesn't even know what to do with it. Like, at all. This truck is so dumb. Oh, boy. How's Antioch doing? It's basically capped at its current scale. Because we're only doing about 50% of its goods services. Are they wanting to take the express lane and all? No, not really. Not really at all. I mean, I'm actually making money now. Positive 50 million earnings. So, that's a good sign. At the very least, you know. And we actually have some steel waiting here. Which is very good. In fact, since that train's coming down, I'm going to go ahead and copy it. So that we can get a train going north. Okay, if I can click on this, that would be great. Yes, clone it, please. Send it off, because eventually we're going to need 2 trains on this line. And I think in the meantime, to help the spacing. I will allow this one kind of go up there, unless it didn't even spawn there. Where the hell did it spawn at? Where are you? Okay, you're all the way like halfway up there. Fine. I'll put down the signals. Because original plan no longer needed. Wonder how you manage with the actual money involved. It'll just go slower initially. I mean, like, I know how to make money in this game. It's not hard. I got all. So I just decided to not have to worry about it. Because I'm really heavily after the aesthetic more, and money will just slow me down for no good reason, really. Not to say I'm a badass at this game, but I'm a badass at this game. Okay. Probably not as good as some, but the game's not really hard, so. Whoosh. Alright, first bit of steel finally getting picked up down here. And we finally have some steel being delivered on some sort of regular basis. Steel is getting picked up too. We got a lot being made down here, so this one will probably level up once we get enough of it transported. So that's great. It's a good sign. It's a good day. Proper. 2 new boats coming in. Well, yeah. But, like, see, so there's no real need to master the efficiency of profits when you already have $1 billion. You know what I mean? Like, you're not penny pinching enough to worry about it. If you want to play with that mindset, I think that's great. Go ahead and do it, you know. But for me, I'm just like, I just don't have the time. And time is money, friend. Boom, boom, boom. So satisfying when you have lines that are perfectly balanced. Yeah, yeah, it is. Oh, fuck you, Matt Courtney. I know. I am more embarrassed when my real life friends watch me on YouTube than I am when strangers watch me on YouTube. It's so weird. Don't think I don't see you. Alright, let's get this. Smooth. Smooth, smooth, smooth. Smooth some of this out. So what I want to do is end up kind of following the steel train all the way up north. I think that would be a cool thing to do. I'll keep it on 3 times speed just to save time, but I do want to see kind of what the freight trains kind of look like. Just the full route, because we actually have the route connecting the full north and south of the map now, which is pretty impressive. Normally I don't bother connecting a lot of these routes, so I'm happy. We're progressing pretty well. Probably a little slow, but that's fine. So I need to select about 14 more of these vehicles here. So we can get some more supplies, because you can see, you know, we're barely really grabbing these things up here. We're just kind of not. Oh, well, I guess we're not even, I don't know. Maybe we just won't even bother with this one. In fact, delete it. We don't need it. It doesn't need to be here. Get a mod of delightfully classic British trains, most of which are the same models featured in Thomas and Friends, minus the nightmare faces and sentences, obviously. I mean, you know, there's nothing wrong with good old Thomas and Friends. But no, that's real cool. I'm glad you found a train set that you want to, you know. If I were to start over with like a themed kind of set, I'd probably do a Japanese set. Because and just do trains only, maybe, and do like a proper commuter line, and maybe just have one city that wants everything there. Like, because with the editor, right, I can I can't add more. I'm a little disappointing. Maybe I could. I'm gonna try something real quick. This is probably not going to work out, but I can come to the city here, and I can just kind of plop one down, right? I can kind of do that. And if I do this in a small enough area, I could, in theory, make a giant square in a field. But beyond that, I could actually make like a mega city kind of thing. Like just one big city. I think that would be cool to do. And I could probably have a smaller map for it. Like I wouldn't need a map this big. I probably only really need a map this big for that, right? Something about like this. And just have a lot more cities. And like hand design some industrial areas. That would be really cool. Because like these two factories are kind of hand placed right now, and I wish there was kind of more of them. Hey, steam trains look good, man. Steam trains are pretty classic trains. Hey Chris, how are you? Uthers is back. Uthers is kind of here. I'm around. Why does the Wieners get their own skyscraper? Rad Lobster. Did we fix our traffic issue by widening this road? I think we did. Definitely helped. Oh. There's so many people waiting for this bus. And not enough people getting off them. I'm gonna have to look at that. Nice to see you here streaming again, dude. Thanks, man. And welcome back as well. I don't want these side roads. Please get rid of them. I thought I locked this road, but apparently when I re-upgraded it, it kind of broke again. I don't want anything connecting back up to this main road, because you get weird connections like that, because they're like, oh, it's shorter. It's like, yeah, but it's worse. Oh wow, look, look, look. We're actually getting people out here too. On the other side of the railroad tracks. That's great. How big is this sound again? 1251, it's shooting for 1467. Well, it'll get there. It's growing. Definitely looking pretty good. Let me turn off all the HUD real quick and just kind of take it in here. This is our main city, by the way, so it's kind of designed to be the good one. Looking pretty proper. I would like more things around the interstate eventually, and they might eventually grow out here. You know, they got some room over on the right side. They're starting to do this for whatever reason, but you know, that's fine. Okay, let's go over here and turn on these again. All right, we're gonna ride this train south. This game looks so much like City Skylines, but it's probably not. It is not. This game is heavily focused on transporting goods and less focused on zoning cities. So, you know, City Skylines more focused on zoning cities. They just recently, of course, added a lot more transportation aspect and good management. But this one's holistically focused on just supplying cities in a chain of goods. Think Open Transport Tycoon, but 3D. That's pretty much its purpose. Alright, let's ride this all the way back. I know this is like really fast, but it would just take too long if I normal played it. Okay, so we're about to cross the river. I need to put guardrails on this thing. And then, yeah. So over there you can see some interstate. To your right, I think this is Temp. We go underneath through this tunnel here. Next town should be La Floria. You really want to play some Open TTD at some point? Okay. Well, I will probably end up hosting a server, I don't know, within a week or two. Probably. La Floria and the main cargo depot across the river. Now this train's just going to go through. It's not stopping here. My height a bit so I don't run into another train. You can see there's a bunch of freight on the south line here. It gets pretty busy. Okay, work our way up here. Nice. Get to see a passenger train go by too. We'll go under and then up. So we're here at Antioch. A nice bigger town here in the south. This is the southernmost town of our map. And we'll go ahead and drop off our goods. So it made 25 million from that run. Not bad. Obviously, we still need to get more steel up here. Just keep giving us more steel. By the way, this is how fast we would have been going if I watched it real time. But I kind of want to watch the passenger train. Is this the commuter line? It is. I'm trying to find a cool camera angle, but I don't think there is going to be one. Maybe. Oh, let's try back to here. This a cool angle? I think I like this angle. Time for you to sleep. Greetings from Germany. Keep going and have a good day weekend, mate. Well, thank you so much, Chris, and you as well. And have a great night. Thanks for stopping by. It means a lot. Let's just we'll do ×3 before getting to a town, and then when we hit a town, I'll change it back to ×1. That way we can kind of enjoy the views of that town and then move on. So I think here, we'll go to the opposite side. Here's our big town, Lothloria, and the commuter train coming in. And of course, over there you can see a lot more of the interstate. Some of the freight moving. Alright, and now we just simply move off to the next city. I would say I would consider the things that actually have the train line going to it, town-wise, is going to be considered, in my opinion, a city. And everything else that's more highway connected, it's going to be more of a town. So I'm gonna switch to the other side for this. Go through here. So the commuter trains use a lot more tunnels than our freight line. I tried to do that a little bit more on purpose. I didn't want my commuter trains to be, you know, getting hindered by mountains as much. But I do try to follow them as much as possible. So here, this is Rosewood, or Roseville. On the commuter line. You can see there's a lot of people going south. That's the southbound side over there. So a lot of people from here commute up to Lothlorien. And so you can see here's a train coming through now. And that's another commuter train. The express line does not stop here, so it just keeps going. That's probably the express. So this one's gonna go over to McKinney, the town we've kind of been spending a lot of this episode around, getting that steel production up. But first we have to kind of get through all these mountains, and then we'll be kind of in the plains, and the plains will kind of introduce the northernmost towns that we have. There's probably another commuter train there. So this is McKinney right now. A lot of traffic going through with the steel mill near here. I don't think we'll get a commuter train like an express too. Nope. No express. And then the last stop is Oklahoma City, which is kind of Raptoria right now. You can see how much more flat it is out here. We're kind of just on the other side of the mountains. And there we go. That is the full train round. Anyways, I am done streaming for the day. So this is gonna be it for me. Thanks so much for coming out and watching, everyone. It means a lot. So we'll probably pick up with some more streams here soon. I don't want to promise any sort of schedule because I'm really bad at keeping a schedule. If you guys enjoy the stuff, feel free to subscribe, follow, and come hang out the next time we stream. I definitely enjoy talking to each and every single one of you. We might do some open TDD in the future, or we might do some other games as well. So stay tuned for that. So until then, don't collide, please. And I'll see you all later.